human. Sabes que está very fine. En todos lados, verified. Me lo subo el tiempo, hueta. Te sirven 200, man.
And when it comes to establishing rotations at this stage, Stan, what's something you're zeroing in on?
Well, you're just trying to figure out which lineups work the best together and trying to develop not necessarily a starting lineup, but a rotation that works for you, and especially trying to determine what's your closing lineup. When it's on the line, who do you want to go to?
And now Dallas' starting group. They've got Kyrie Irving, Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Isaiah Joe, and it's Gobert penetrating. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Well, you better stop Gobert before he gets to the rim. That's a runaway train.
Isaiah Joe is going to pick up the foul here. That's his first foul of the game. It's Sharp on the wing. To the paint. Here's Thibault, and the rebound goes to Dallas. This is the first time they've seen Portland this season.
Yeah, they got swept by this team in the season series last year, which goes against all logic.
Gobert, no good. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 4-point game. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Nice play by Gobert, taking it up strong and daring people to stop him.
Releases. Sharp, no good.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Yeah, a shot that Randle has added to his repertoire. Shooting the three with confidence now.
Henderson, the pass to Lively. Outside Sharp. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he lost his man with a shifty play inside.
And then just went and hammered it home. Wow. Covered by Thibault. Lively grabs the miss. Blazers trail by 3. Avdia passes to Henderson. Back to Avdia. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Sharp with it. Joe covering. Sharp has the open look. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Covered by Thibault. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Lillard's checked in for Thibault. And Dallas also making a switch. Kamara's checked in. Lillard finds Avdia. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Avdia's got his third basket on the night right there. And here's Randle. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 1. Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
In the interior, Kyrie is money. He has the touch to just drop it in with ease.
Lillard looking around. There's the triple. Sinks it from distance. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
The offensive rebound from outside the arc. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. For Portland, they've got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark.
And Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
Mavericks trail by 4. Wing shot on the way. Apia pulls it in.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Three-pointer sharp. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Good. Gobert's got 6.
Well, given how tall and lengthy Gobert is, it makes sense why he looks to score inside. Nice bucket there.
Now here's Lillard. He picked up 10 in his last game. Henderson for 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
He's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Randall, the pass to Irving. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Kamare. Gobert against Lively. Outside for Randall. Misses the 3.
It's been a challenging quarter for them, and his offensive inconsistency is a driving factor.
Lillard passes to Lively. Three-pointer sharp. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lively's shot is off. Up in time. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers leading by 5. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Julius Randle out there with Washington. Then there's Robert Williams. Then it's Hardy. And it's Kamare in at the 2. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo. But Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Now here's Grant. 7-point game, biggest lead so far.
Well, if you're a fan of Jeremy Grant, that's what you love to see. Phenomenal throwdown.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Hardy. Deflects the pass. Grant with a steal. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Trailblazers?
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
Joe's checked in for the Mavericks. Williams comes in for Hardy, and he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Mavericks trail by 9. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Stan, as a coach and now a broadcaster, you've gotten to visit all the great cities the NBA has to offer. Can you give us a favorite?
So, Brian, you're going to try to get me in trouble here. I'm going to give you one city and offend 29 other fan bases. Not a chance. I love all the NBA cities.
Not like you not to take a stance. Randall can't hit.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Oh, you'd rather not put these guys on the line. The top free throw shooting teams in the last month. The 4th spot held by the Mavericks.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you foul them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
And some changes here for Portland. Lively, he's checked in for Murray, and Denny Avdia subbed in for Holiday. Pass to Joe. Avdia with a steal. And here's Grant from the arc. Sinks the tray. Grant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the scouting report will tell you that's where Grant is often most effective, shooting off the catch.
Inside, here's Williams. Portland with a rebound. Lively's got 5 rebounds tonight. Tipped away. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Williams from long range. He buries it from 3.
3 points.
Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Up top, Avdia, covered by Joe. And here's Grant from the arc. They get it back. Avdia. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Randall outside. And that'll be Dallas's ball as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks able to keep the possession. Sharp, he's checked in for Portland. Scoot Henderson comes in for Gafford. Again, the miss by Dallas. Portland leading by 11. And it's Denny Avdia with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Let's have a look at the early favorites to compete in this year's three-point contest. Many of the top shooters in the league.
Most of these guys are going to collect a ton of votes. And if this is who makes the final cut, then it's going to be a year to remember.
He's going to need to move up this list big time to be part of the three-point contest. But he's got a shot.
Maybe, especially if he can get hot from beyond the arc. And he certainly has the ability to do so.
And as we continue to count the votes, we'll update you on any changes to the list. No matter who is in it, though, it's going to be fun.
Maybe this is the year we see a perfect score. Who knows? I'll be sure to be locked in on all of All-Star Weekend, especially the three-point contest.
Now here's Lillard. A key piece to their offense, putting up 12 points a game. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Mavericks trail by 13. Guarded by Sharp. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Thibault, he's checked in for Portland. Dallas shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
Now here's Avdia. Give him 8 points now. Thibault passes to Henderson. Screen by Lively. Launches it. Scoot Henderson. That's good. Henderson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, something Henderson is still working on. Getting his three-point shot to be a little more consistent.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Williams. And it's Julius Randle in for Kamara. The third pick in 2023. Henderson anointed as a franchise piece. But he took his lumps in year one, Stan.
Well, Brian, look, the hardest position to play in the NBA is as a point guard. And so this guy has the athleticism and the skill, but there's so much to learn in terms of decision-making. This guy's going to be a very good player.
And the basket by Joe.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Henderson for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Henderson against Irving. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
That's just an excellent save by Gobert, grabbing that rebound and getting his team a second opportunity.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Avdia on the wing. Here's Henderson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle.
Yes, so energetic on the drive. Henderson manages to put the defense in a bad spot.
Henderson hits them both.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Irving finds Gobert. Outside for Randle. They set the pick. All alone. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
Yeah, excellent work in pick and roll. Now, Randle looking crafty at creating for himself there.
Pass to Thibault. The 3 is up. Unable to get that one. And so that's the end of the first half. Portland ahead, up by 11. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
31.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Portland Trail Blazers.
It's all been gravy, baby, and you know I know all the flavors of gravy. Movement, finding good looks, and shooting the ball at a high clip.
Yeah, beautiful execution at the offensive end. They're in firm control of this game from that standpoint, guys.
How many kinds of gravy are there?
There's barbecue, there's pineapple, there's
gravy.
orange.
And looking at the players of the month, here are the winners from each conference. For the Western Conference, Kyrie Irving.
Think about Kyrie. He's got a move and a counter move every time you defend him, pretty much in every situation. And those handles, Shaq, nasty.
That's why they call him the ankle taker.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You look at Scoot Henderson. What a contribution.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Scoot and Sharp for the backcourt set. Matisse Thybulle out there with Avdia, and it's Lively in its center. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Gobert. Irving against Henderson. For 3, Randle. Lively grabs a miss. Trailblazers lead by 13. And Henderson with the basket on the assist by Avdia. Henderson's got 4 points this quarter. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. Randle left side. No good from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Sharp, no good.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
In transition, here they come. It's blocked by Gobert.
So good at finding these rejections. Gobert has all the physical tools and razor-sharp reflexes as a defender.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Here's Irving. He's been contributing over 15 a game. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
Taking what he can get, Kyrie pulls up with confidence in the mid-range.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And we always like to take this chance to show you the scoring leaders from the last 10 days of action. Julius Randle is second.
He's been on an absolute tear offensively. He's found something that's working for him, and he's sticking to it.
Pass to Thibault. Henderson for three. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Coach, it's such a difficult transition to the NBA. Scoot Henderson joins from the G League Ignite. What do you see in his game?
Well, look, I see a really talented guy who plays the game hard. What you've got to get improvement in are the two areas that most people have to improve in: shooting and decision making.
Here's Sharp. The Mavs get their last shot to go. To the middle. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Well, that's a part of Sharp's game that he takes very serious.
Irving, the pass to Randle. From the high post. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Henderson misses.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Takes it inside. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
And the shot's good by Irving.
A magician with the ball. Irving can get to anywhere he wants and finish with either hand.
Henderson, the pass to Avdia. Outside Sharp to the inside. Here's Thibault.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. For the Trailblazers, Grant comes in for Avdia. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Henderson. Kamara, he's checked in for Dallas. One guy here this evening, Shaedon Sharp. Incredibly talented, Stan.
Hey, Brian, you talk about a guy with potentially a very high ceiling. He's got all the physical tools you need. His skills are improving. He's still young and still putting it together.
Now here's Randle. He's got 12 over Grant. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Trailblazers lead by 14. On the wing, Grant. This one for three. Sends it home from three-point land. Grant's got his third bucket of the night.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Irving. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
These are the shots you want Irving taking. Capable of scoring from anywhere on the floor.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the slam dunk is arguably pro basketball's signature play. And forward Nicholas Batum said growing up, you have so much joy in dunking. You're one of the few people in the world that can. But Father Time marches on, and like most vets, he's come to grips with the reality. He said, my body told me, no more, bro.
Well, leave that to the youngsters now, right? All right, Allie, thanks.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Certain guys can remake their games to fit the times. Randle's worked on his right hand and his jump shooting. He's a much more versatile threat now at the offensive end.
And some changes here for Portland. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. And Holiday subbed in for Thibault.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Grant outside. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Kamari. Mavericks trail by 15. Irving, the pass to Washington. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Grant. Portland has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Irving for three. He drops it from range. Irving's got 9 points now in the second half.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Outside Sharp. Gafford to screen. The three is up. Sharp, no good.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
It's good.
And every season, Randall seems to shoulder more of the offensive load. It's what allows him to dominate sometimes.
Lillard fires away from way outside. The long-distance three is buried.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 13. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. They've got Williams. Isaiah Joe is out there with P.J. Washington. And it's Kamari in at the three. Grant, the pass to Lillard. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And another note, how about the way they've cashed in off turnovers, taking advantage when given the extra opportunity?
Murray's checked in for Portland. Lillard outside. There's the three. Look at Lillard, making it look easy.
Lillard gets so much lift on his three-pointers, it's almost effortless how he shoots.
Pass to Washington for three. Holiday grabs the miss. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Trailblazers. 17 points was their biggest margin. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Here's Williams, outside Joe. The three from Washington. Nails it from three. Washington's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Joe. And it's all from three-point range.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Grant. Pass to Holiday. Lillard outside. Again, the miss by Portland. Mavericks trail by 11. It's stolen by Holiday. To the left wing. Fires the three. Offensive board. Murray. That shot off. Dallas has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And stolen by Holiday. He goes up. Oh, and the jam by Lillard.
Going defense to offense, courtesy of Drew Holiday. He anticipates well and has quick legs.
So Portland ends up going with a new group. And Dallas making a change here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. Coach was seething about the turnovers. He said, I love everything we're doing but the turnovers. They're killing us. Let's clean up that before it sinks us.
Thank you for that, Allie. Good on the shot.
And what a night for Scoot Henderson. I mean, he's been torching them. Scoot's physical gifts have been too much to handle.
Here's Randall. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving.
The assist.
Irving's got 6 assists here tonight.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him. His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Randall, good.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Looking to get it going. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Rudy Gobert picks one up. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
They've got time on their side here, Graham.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Pass to Randall. Now Gobert. Gobert working inside.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Portland leading by 9. Here's Sharp. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Sharp's gotten 4 this quarter. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Irving for 3. And the Mavericks, another 3.
And the handles Kyrie has are out of this world. He uses them so well in screen and roll action.
Ball stolen. Here's Joe. Poke loose. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Off the outside. A minute 20 left to play in the fourth. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
That was the Blazers Houston team.
1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Buries it from 3.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
Here's Henderson. Avdia with it. Pass to Thibault. Back to Avdia. Down low. Just 4 to shoot. Sharp finds Henderson. And here's Avdia. Offline with a 3. Here's Randall. Avdia pulls it in.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
3-pointer Sharp. Second chance shot. And Lively with the lay-in. It's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Henderson outside. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed